All right, I have had a few requests to share some of my collection, and I know there's been a lot of different opinions and advices, and I really appreciate them about how all these artifacts are kept. And I just give you a slow look at how I keep different artifacts. And again, for those, if you happen to log on and this is just one of the first times you've seen this collection or the way I keep them, for now, um, it's a tackle box, and it's lined on the bottom with some padding, and this thing literally never moves more than 10 foot or 2 foot. It just doesn't go anywhere. I keep it preserved and away from everything. But as you can see, it organizes everything for me for now, and that way I can keep it more tangible for those who are new on the site or what have you, or want some idea about maybe how to organize arrowheads. Now, I've had some requests also to see the collection better, and so I'm gonna go through a couple bins. I've already been through a couple of my favorite spots. It's hard to say favorites because when they're all full points, they're all unique expressions of their need. Native Americans' need, a pre-Columbian Native Americans in their need. Most of these average around 4,000 to 7,000 years old, and possibly some younger up here. The really small actual arrowheads, which are actually tiny compared to my fingers. Those are only half an inch to a quarter of an inch long. But there's a lot of speculation, and we can just do our best just to make guesses here or there about age and things like that. Anyway, without making this too long, I want to go through and make a video today of this, in particular, this bin, which I've never shown, and actually no one has ever seen it. It's on the top, like across the top, and across the top over here, because that's where I keep, I guess you could call them favorites. But just going through them, when the light is good during the day, I found this fairly recently. Just a nice piece. And I'll just go through them and set them out here to get a good look at all this. This was found at Opening Sands here. And how versatile it can be if somebody's interested in making a display, or, and this is a full point, they just did the base that way, no breaks whatsoever, sharp. The options are limitless, how we choose to display. But to give people an idea, and I'm just going to keep on going in and grabbing them out. I think this is a big sandy. It's very difficult for me to tell. People use different language about what points are and what they're called. This was found in Notchville. It's a nice point though right there. Get my focus. Just some really nice points. This point here is a point that I found real early in my career. I've only been collecting not even 2 years, just going on 2 years. Just unbelievable to have the benefit of being able to find such nice stuff around here. Keep moving through. This was actually found maybe 100, 200 yards from my boys' soccer complex. Just crazy stuff. Same face, same field. I call it the easement. for representation of the field. And all in this, see this just this little box, which is a great way to keep them. I really feel a great way to keep them safe. I mean, this doesn't travel; it doesn't go anywhere. It's completely in my possession, in my control, and it just works for now. The problem that I have, and there's been some discussion about the glass frames and what have you, is that the space, I just don't have any room for it. I don't even have a wall that I mean, I'd hang them all over my house if it were me. But you know, with family and 3 boys, it's even more dangerous to put them in glass on walls if any of you have a busy family with boys. But as we keep going through these, and here's a really nice piece. This was found over in Site 6 at, I think I called it Crescent Woods. That's where this piece came from. It was a nice find. And although they maybe seem a little crude to a lot of people, some of these, they're favorites for a specific reason. I just sort of like weight and body, or I particularly like certain bases. I can't get a good view on that one. Maybe if I put it here and get my focus in. There we go. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter in terms of time. Here's a neat one. It's just a little bit off the tip, but I mean, when you look at points that are like this, you can't do without them in the collection, you know. And you'd put it in a frame too, probably, a lot of people. So anyway, in terms of the frame and what have you, no space and cost effective. I mean, look at this. I've only gone into one little box, and I mean, this would have already filled the frame. There's 2 more in here. One of the earliest ones I've ever found, it was this one. It was actually 200 yards from the backside of Gillette Sports Complex. So funny. As far as it's rumored, Gillette Sports Complex was a multi-million-dollar, multi-soccer field complex. Is built right on top of an Indian settlement. And that point was real nice. And one more point, which was a smoker. I found this at the Archaic. Just perfectly balanced. Great point right there. Really nice. And what I'm doing, feeling in my hands, is what I want to make available to somebody that might visit, a relative or whatever, especially my sons from time to time, where they can look at one and feel the weight of it and feel how sharp it still is after all those years. Just really nice stuff. So now as I look at just this empty box right here and put them all right here, that would be a frame for sure, and I agree with a lot of you. That may happen in the future, but try to get it in focus. Looking at these and going through them, just some really great stuff. It's what you find here in eastern North Carolina, you know. I see what you guys are finding, and sometimes you're like, wow, I wish I could have found that. And then you look back over your own collection, which I haven't seen in a while, and you're just thankful because you realize you do find quite a bit of really nice stuff. Those points. To me, really excellent stuff. And, being able to do this really, I guess, stirs up my appreciation for what I've been able to find around here. More, what I've been able to prove is still out there and in the soil. Anyway, just wanted to give you an idea of that bin, and I'll probably put another bin or so on this, if I can get them focused. And just share it from time to time, what's in some of these bins as what I would call my favorite. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it.